want to take a look at that. Welcome.
Okay. So thank you so much. Let's come up. So just for a short introduction, so I'm coming from the innovation department of Deutsche Telekom. So what we are doing innovation for all parts of Deutsche Telekom, but some of the examples I have in my presentation are very special for an innovation department, but I will come to that one later on. So just to give you a short overview, and it's not that this came out of nothing, but I will come to that later on. So what we have right now within the company is that we have 3 different kind of business models concerning, I would call it data analytics, not always big. So the first one is the traditional thing we have in our core business, and who knows Deutsche Telekom, our main customer base is in Germany. So what we did here, for example, and we will launch it in 2 weeks, is that we are scanning really the social media, for example. We are looking for topics, we are looking for comments to our products. And what we did, we set up what we call an A-team who have the possibility to directly react to all the comments you find in the social media. So that is just one example of the things we're doing in that kind of business model, very traditional core telco business. So the next one is probably special for an operator. So we have within Deutsche Telekom T-Systems as a system integrator, and here we are offering big data infrastructure and analytics as a service. So for other enterprise companies, for example, what we did here is that with Deutsche Bahn in Germany, they have like the trains, and that we do a predictive analytics project with them to predict which train should go into the service, because it's very expensive if a train falls down during the ride at that time. So that's the second example. And the third one is data monetization. So what we are looking into that field is that we have, as a telco operator, a lot of data. Are there any possibilities to monetize these kind of data? So the classical example, and we launched that already in Hungary and Croatia, is a mobile advertisement, so that we use there the customer data and the location, and the customer gets, if he's close to a shop, a special ad coupon and stuff like that. And for that, we need an opt-in. I will come to 2 other examples later on, just to give you an overview. Who knows the European market a little bit knows that it's a little bit different in Europe than in the US. And I just put in my presentation one slide from our CEO just to show the difference, what we are able to do in Europe and what you are able to do in the US. And the basic thing here is, and our privacy department always says, it's nothing allowed in Europe. Either it's written down in the US, just to bring it to a very short view, it's the other way around. And so what you have to look at different things. And I just learned 2 weeks ago, because I'm coming not from the privacy department, that Germany, as I always thought, has the strongest privacy laws in Europe, but that's not the point. The point is that Hungary has the strongest laws here. So just as an introduction, what is the case here in Europe, and what we have to take care of. So what we did in the first step, coming from our privacy department, is that we have on our website and for all our projects where we're working with data, what we call big data principles. And I just put some of the main things here. So probably the obvious one is, and I already said it before, is like we are only using data, either we have the approval and opt-in from the customer, and in Europe you need an approval for every service, everything you do. So if you start a new service, you need a new opt-in, or we anonymize the data. So these are the two things then you are able to use this kind of data. So the other things is more that we do it very transparent, that we inform our customer, that we inform like the media, that we give all kind of information. And the part no customer data to third parties is that we really look that we are not giving any data outside of Deutsche Telekom from our customer, because the customer trusts us and we don't want to give this data outside the company. So that's basically, so there are 10, so if you're interested, just look at the website, it's in German and English from the privacy department. So that was one part. But just to give you a little bit of lessons learned, we started with the project from the innovation point of view 4 years ago. And then we looked in all the technology part, in all the business part. We asked our customers, I have two teams working on customer insights, so we asked them. And the main challenges we still have is that we have different data owners, that we have data in different parts of the company, and that these IT systems are not built to get the data out of these IT systems. So if you want to have the data, then you have to go to a process, you have to go to IT technology, and so on to get this kind of data here. And you have to involve the data owner, you have to have a product owner, and I'll come to the other part later on, what else you need. So it's a lot of challenge, and when we started with all these 4 years ago, we thought, oh, it's easy, we just need the data, but then the lessons learned was really these silos here.